Welcome back, everyone. Well, the moon will be slightly brighter tonight during the closest supermoon of the year. According to NASA, a supermoon happens when a full moon is closer to Earth in orbit, which makes the moon look up to 14% bigger than the faintest moon of the year. So Scott and I have been talking because yesterday he mentioned a beaver moon, and this is exactly what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, every full moon has a name depending on the time of the season. Like the October full moon is the harvest moon. The beaver moon is when the beavers start to hibernate for the winter, so that's why I got that name. It's also called the hunter's full moon, but not every full moon is a supermoon. Just so happens that this one is the biggest supermoon of the year. The full moon in December will also be a supermoon, and that's the cold moon.
Good education. Thank you.
You're
so
welcome.
The beaver moon in November.
Right.
Yes.
There we are. There we have it. Beautiful view out there this evening for it because we have a clear sky. There's a lot of sunshine over downtown Savannah. We just have a few thin upper level clouds filtering in. 77 degrees is the current temperature. Southwesterly wind helping us to warm up a little bit more this afternoon compared to the past few days. Upper 70s to lower 80s across much of the area. Glenville 80 degrees, 81 for Jessup. Alma at 80 degrees. So it is pretty comfortable to be out and about. These temperatures are a bit warmer than where we were yesterday, 5 to 10 degrees warmer compared to just 24 hours ago. And even though we have a weak frontal boundary that will be moving in during the day tomorrow, temperatures will be just about as warm as where we are for today with that mainly sunny sky. Temperatures middle to upper 70s. Some inland locations again will make it into the lower 80s, and that warming trend actually will continue for the next few afternoons. Will be moving in for us late in the day on Sunday. That will bring us a chance for a few isolated showers over the weekend, and breezy and gusty conditions will be setting up, but then much colder air will start to filter in early on next weekend. We are looking at the likelihood of having the season's first freeze here in the Coastal Empire and the Low Country. Even lowered the forecast low temperature for Tuesday down to freezing for us here in Savannah. So here's the setup for us right now. We do have that cold front off to the north. We do have that slight southerly component to the wind as high pressure builds in again behind that weak boundary tomorrow. More dry air will move in, so we'll be feeling pretty comfortable. And then by the time we get to the weekend, we're going to be talking about a series of cold fronts moving into the southeast, and a bit of colder air, significantly colder air, will be coming in behind that from Canada, really settling in over the eastern U.S. going into the early part of next week. This is actually going to be attached to what's referred to as the polar vortex, helping to pull in all that colder air, but it isn't going to be sticking around for very long. Eventually, we will get into a warmer pattern with some milder air filtering in from the west going into the later part of next week. But check it out as far as the low temperatures, 50s for the next few mornings, up into the 60s for Sunday. And then Monday, down to 45 degrees for the low temperature, and then by Tuesday morning, 32 here in Savannah. That means some inland locations have the potential to make it into the upper 20s, and then by Wednesday, still a frosty start to the day with those low temperatures down into the lower to middle 30s. So definitely a taste of winter in the 7-day forecast. For tonight, clear and cool conditions setting up for us. 40s for those low temperatures. Hilton Head 55 degrees for your forecast low, and then for tomorrow, middle and upper 70s to even closer to 80 degrees for a few locations, especially in the southwestern part of the area. We'll have a light breeze for us at times for the boaters. Not too bad of a day out there. A northwesterly breeze switching to the northeast, 5 to 15 knots during the afternoon hours, giving us seas right at 2 feet. So for the next few afternoons, lots of sunshine expected for us, more so in the way of some cloud cover for Saturday. There's an off chance that a couple of stray showers develop, but a slightly higher chance of that happening on Sunday as that main frontal boundary moves in. And then early on next week, it will get much colder for Veterans Day, starting out at freezing with just the mid to upper 50s expected for high temperatures. It might be one of the colder Veterans Days we've seen in quite some time. That's a check of your weather forecast for now. Well, more coming up.
Scott, thank you so much. Well, November